Hey everyone, so this is a video that I'm going to do of an Asian skin tone. So the painting process of the Kimi kit by Donna RuBert that I'm doing for a custom order. I thought this would be interesting, not only because some people do find it, interesting to see step by step, but also it's kind of like a moment in time where you get to see how each colour sort of works together to make what is a completed Reborn. It's not going to be showing me doing it because I'm obviously doing it at the same time and holding a camera right now, so that would not work. So I'm just going to quickly start off with each step and then show what it looks like wet, maybe when it's dry, etc, etc. Sort of just how I feel about doing this. It might be a bit of a long video and might be boring for most, but some might find it interesting and helpful. I'm an amateur Reborn artist, so I wouldn't say that these are tips that I could share with everyone else, but they are what works for me. We're starting with step 1 for this baby, and it is a purple wash. So that is the purple I am using, and this is probably not going to show up very well. Oh, it is actually. You can see that there is colour on this leg already. I always tend to put, I use a sponge that, I use a sponge that has tweezed holes. This gives the effect of mottling, and I use it for literally every step. But when it comes to areas like the knee, you'll see that there's not the same sort of texture as back here, and also the heel. Those are areas where I want to put a lot of colour. So yeah. This is the purple wash so far. I've only done the head and this limb, so I'll be back with the next step. So this is another part that I do on the same step. This is like a reddy purple colour. I've just pushed the curtain across so you can actually kind of see this. It's not really showing. This is just very minimal colour anyway. But I do in the ears, a first shade of the lips, another ear. And I've actually just gone around the edge of her eye with that colour as well. Be back soon. So this is not really showing up the colour properly at all. It's like a, kind of like a, in person it looks like coffee. Here it looks a lot redder. I think it's just the lighting of this area. But it's actually like a tanny sort of colour. It's a mix of flesh tone 5 and yellow ochre. And that's what I'm starting the base colour for this kit. And as you can see, I have put it on her, again using a tweezed sponge, though in areas where it's not needed to be so mottled looking, it's obviously put on a little bit better. So that is her wet. She will be baked in a moment. Okay, so I am now doing veining. It's not going as well as I had hoped it would, but this isn't the colour that I actually did it with. It was quite lighter than this, but I've added an extra to go in the inside of the doll, which I haven't done yet, but if you can see, it's probably not going to show up. There's slight veining on her at the moment, and I will be doing another skin layer in a moment after this. Yeah, it's not showing, but hopefully it will later on. Thanks. Okay, so now we're putting some colour on this baby, and I've got the light on, so these colours are going to be really off now, and I apologise for that. This is a red purple, kind of like the same as for the lips and the ears that I did, and I have put some colour on her now. And again, it's not going to show up very nicely because of the lighting, but I've started this video right, so I should continue. So yeah, and you can see that I've stayed clear from her eye area and putting on this red shade, and just in the creases areas because I just want to keep them lighter. So yeah. Okay, so this is what we have after day one's worth of painting. I didn't get enough done yesterday as I was doing other things, but there are a few skin layers on here now, and different toning as well. I'm sure you can see the mottling that has been done, and you can see the vein, slight veining on her head. Her lips have also had a few colours put on them. And then we've got the arms just sitting here. Again, been through the same process. Had a bit of shading with the blue, but it's not really showing up on camera. And her legs are here as well. So this is what I'm starting with today, and I'm going to continue with the colour that I was using as the skin tone. I just want to get her slightly darker, and then I'll be bringing that back with some lighter flesh tone shades. Okay, so I had a visitor, so I couldn't video every single step that I've made this afternoon, but this is after several layers of blushing, and I've added in some blue, though you can't really tell. I think I'm about done with her lip colour. I need to bring up the cheek colour slightly and then add in more skin tone, but I'm quite happy with how everything is looking. So the lighting is not the best, it's the afternoon, so the sun is shining through the curtains and her shading will be off. So far I have completed some red shading to her cheeks and her chin. She has also had her nails coloured, and just a little bit of red to her lips. I don't want to change the colour too much more. I think it's dark enough, so it will be just looking at shading it properly now. She also has had a flesh tone 8 put on just to lighten some of the area up, and again the same on the limbs. She's had obviously some red. It's not really showing, which is a shame. Some red on her knee and on her heel and on the bottom of her foot, as well as the flesh tone 8 put on. And I've just incorporated, it's not going to show, but just some purple into the inner corner of each of her eyes. So it's down to just little details now, and hopefully I will have it finished today. Okay, so I've done another skin tone up. This is flesh tone 7, flesh tone 8 and yellow ochre. Again, we're not really going to see. It's like a bright sort of tanny colour, light tan. And I've just applied that all over. She's still a bit wet. And in some areas, mainly under the eyes, and around the nose area and mouth area. I know they're looking very white right now. But I actually use this colour right here, which is just yellow ochre. I just shaded it in just to give it some depth in some areas that were looking too pale. So yes, she's looking quite red at the moment, but I assure you it's not like that in person. So this is the end of the painting. I have completed all the steps that I wanted to, and I've just put on matte varnish and I'm waiting for that to dry before curing her. And this will be the last time we see her without eyes. She will be getting some very soon put in. So I will show you that soon. Excuse all the noises if you can hear it, but this is the final product. of my Kimi kit. And these are her limbs. I am about to put her together as I don't have a space for storage, and it's always easier to sort of get an idea of how you want the finishing product to look when they're together. I just use the drawstrings and then I change them to cable ties in the end, so it works out really good that you can have a temporary put together baby. So this is what she looks like right now, and as you can see I'm going to put her in this little outfit in a minute and I'll be back. Okay guys, here she is. This is what she looks like at the moment. She's not weighted or anything, just stuffing in here so we can keep her sort of in shape, and she will sit like this until I have finished the other 2 Asian custom orders that I've got to go, and then they will all get there here and then they'll be shipped off to America. I'll just pan out. This is her. So, yep, I'll leave it there. Thanks so much everyone for watching. I might do a part 2 of her hair rooting stage. Otherwise, this has been the Kimi by Donna RuBert painting process in Asian skin tone. Thanks for watching. Bye!